This video is brought to you by Big Idea Design. If you're not familiar with them, they make really useful gear that you'll want to carry and use every day. They have things like the bit bar, which is a pocket screwdriver with a bit selection hidden in the handle, or the TPT and TPT slide, which are utility knives that also have tools built in. And they also have pins like the TI Arto EDC, which works with over 750 inserts. And my favorite, the TI Pocket Pro. They are all made out of titanium and built really well. To learn more about Big Idea Design, use the links in the description down below, and you can also use coupon code BESTDAMNEDC for $5 off any purchase over $50, and if you do so, you'll help support the show. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for another EDC Weekly. However, it is a special day today. It's Thanksgiving for us here in the United States, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody here. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, then just have a good weekend or happy Thursday or whatever. But for today, it is time for my EDC because it's been a very long time since I've done that. I did do one over on Pocket Now recently, but everything here has changed pretty much. It's all new, it's all fresh, and I wanted to show you guys what I am carrying now as of the last couple of days and for the foreseeable future until something new arrives and I've got to try some new stuff out. But before we get started, last week on the last EDC Weekly, I announced that I was going to be giving away one of these. This is an Olight S2R2 baton. I said pick a number between 0 and 1000, and whoever got the closest or whoever guessed it first would win. The person who got closest is this. This is the winner. The actual number was 252. Nobody actually guessed it. They were the closest, so congratulations. I will be in touch. But it's time to do it again. I just made the video on the Brassworks Swiss Army knives and pry bars and everything. This is the BW pry bar in the 3-inch version patinaed. And I'm going to give this one away just because. One lucky commenter, 0 to 1000, pick your number, and whoever gets closest to the random number I select wins. Simple as that. All right, with all that out of the way, this is my current EDC. Let's do the thing. Here we are with a pretty nice spread of very custom stuff. My EDC has changed a lot since I launched this channel. I kind of dipped out of the EDC world for a while there, and then when I decided to relaunch this channel, I bought a few things. I didn't spend a ton of money. I didn't know how this channel was going to go, so I didn't want to break the bank with a bunch of stuff and then, you know, this not work out. But since the channel has launched, I think we're all pretty certain that this channel is not going anywhere anytime soon, at least not in a negative way, and a lot of this stuff has been provided to me, so that's another reason I wanted to do this video. This is kind of a thank you to all the people who have supported what I've done. You guys watching, the people who have sent me stuff to try out, sponsors, everybody. This is just a thank you to all of them. And let's go through some of this gear because there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. Let's start with some of the things that haven't changed. My phone, still the same. I'm still carrying an iPhone 10. I don't have a case on it right now because I did a video for Pocket Now and I put this on the back for a wireless charger video, and out of pure laziness, I've not taken it off of there and a case won't fit on. So the other thing that hasn't changed is my watch situation. I'm still wearing the same watches. I have the Casio PAG240. I love this watch. This is my beat up watch that I wear when I'm working outside. It's just a rugged watch that can take a beating. And then I also have this Timex Expedition Field chronograph. You guys know it so well by now. I love this watch as well. This one is kind of my dress up watch a little bit. It's not super fancy or anything, but it is a good budget-friendly watch that looks great, works great, and I have no complaints with this watch whatsoever. The other thing that hasn't changed in a while really is the TPT from Big Idea Design. You guys know them, they're one of the sponsors of the channel. I picked this thing up a long time ago, no regrets whatsoever. But this one you may notice is a little different. If you can see there, take a closer look. It is a little different. It's got some iridescence to it. It's got some blues and yellows. There's a lot of really cool colors, and on the back side it is bronzed, and it's got my logo right there at the bottom. How cool is that? EDC Alabama over on Instagram did this. He's a fantastic guy. He does really great work. So he anodized this for me. This bead is from John Smith, Brassworks, 875 FPS. I just did a video on his stuff on Monday. The other thing that's not really changed, I've gone back and forth on a lot of different ways to carry my keys, but this is the one that I keep coming back to. This is the Snake Hook by Snakebite. So Snakebite Snake Hook. It's just a brass hook that hangs on a belt or a pocket dangler, and for that it works great. It looks great. It kind of matches the brass copper rustic patina thing or theme I have going on here. The other thing, I also just uploaded an Olight video yesterday, and this is the i1R EOS. Like I said, it's a nice little twist light. It's USB rechargeable, and it's super easy to forget this thing is on your keys. So why not have it on there? It's not really much, doesn't really add a whole lot of bulk, and it's a great little light to have in a pinch. The other thing from Big Idea Design that you guys may not know about is this. This is a ramped screwdriver. You can't really purchase them right now. They are scraps from the TPT slide. So when there's extra material from the TPT slide, they decided to turn it into a ramped screwdriver, which is really neat. This was sent out to Kickstarter backers as just kind of an extra, a little plus, a thank you, a little surprise, and it's really, really neat. So it's ramped all the way around the perimeter of it, so it gets thicker as you go around, and it's, I think, 7 different size screwdrivers, flathead screwdrivers, and it works really great for a tripod tool. So this thing stays on my keys. And then the last thing, other than my truck keys, is this. This right here is a magnetic breakaway keychain from Urban Carvers over on Etsy, or Dustin Bean. He's been featured here on the channel as well. He sent me several of these and beads that I don't think I have any of the beads on my stuff right now. I do over there, but not actually on my EDC. He makes beads, these breakaway, and he also makes some leather wallets, which they're all really nice. But this thing, I believe this is about $25. This is the aluminum version. It also comes in brass. But as you can see, it's about 12 pounds of pull from both magnets. So you don't have to worry about losing your keys with this. That's a strong magnet to keep your keys on. And the downside is that everything sticks to it. So I was carrying the Ever Ratchet for a while. And the reason I have stopped carrying the Ever Ratchet is because this thing kept yanking the bit out of the Ever Ratchet. So it doesn't always work with everything. It does cause some problems, but there's nothing quite like just hanging this on your belt and then being able to pull off your keys whenever you need to. And then finally, the other thing that hasn't really changed is the Key Smart situation. This is a new Key Smart, so it is a little different. This is the Key Smart Rugged in titanium. The reason I'm carrying this is because it has a pocket clip. I've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between this and the key bar in copper. There went the pocket clip. But the key bar in copper, the reason I like it is because it's copper. The reason I don't like it is because it's so bulky and so heavy, even next to the Key Smart. Since the Key Smart is a little longer, things just fit in it a little better, but this one is thicker, heavier, and I don't know. I'm not in love with it. I don't hate it, but I keep coming back to the Key Smart Rugged Titanium just because it's a little lighter and it works a little better for me, but I do wish I had a deep carry clip on this. The tools on this have not changed at all. I still have the Klecker stowaway tools, and I have the Griffin pocket tool and the interchangeable bit screwdriver on the Key Smart Rugged. So there you go. That really hasn't changed. It's just been upgraded to a newer model. And I think that's it for all of the stuff that has stayed the same. The stuff that has changed is, here's one of the first things. So inside this proper slip from Hitch and Timber, this is the Crazy Horse color. This has the Big Idea Design TI Pocket Pro EDC pin. This is by far, without doubt, my favorite pin. It's easier to use than the TI Arto, I think. I like it writing with it a little better because it's a little wider. I love this pin. It's great, and it fits just barely in the elastic from this. And inside that slip is the BWSAK from Brassworks, which I talked about on Monday. So these are customized Swiss Army knives. They're sick. A friend of mine, John Smith, makes these, and they're about $175, so they're a little pricey, but they are so worth it because you get stone-washed tools. You can customize it, so if you don't like the tools that come on a particular Swiss Army knife from Victorinox, he can customize it. He can remove tools, he can add tools, he can just swap stuff out. It's really neat. It also adds a 1/4-inch hex bit wrench on the back of one of these scales, and yeah, it's just a really nice tool to have. And it fits perfectly down inside the proper slip from Hitch and Timber. I imagine this is going to be part of my EDC for a while, this combination right here. Above that is another thing from Brassworks. This is just his brass pry bar, or the BW pry bar in brass. This is the 4-inch version. It is patinaed, and it has the bullet shell casing in the lanyard hole. And this one is a 1/4-inch thick. He makes them in an 1/8 inch and he also makes them in 3 inches. And again, the giveaway that I'm doing in this video is the 3-inch bar. So the same thing, just a slight difference in the customizations that you can make to it. So that one's 1 inch shorter and it does not have the shell casing. Next up, also from Hitch and Timber, is the Trucker's Hitch wallet. I don't remember what color leather this one is. He didn't tell me. He sent this just at random, but man, I really like this wallet. It was hard to pull me away from the card caddy from Hitch and Timber, but this thing right here is just so nice. So inside I've got my cards here. There are also some cards behind, right there in that pocket. I have a Fisher Space Pen bullet in brass inside there in that little elastic band. And then I also have this notebook. This is what comes in it, just a little notebook with some notes inside it. And my favorite thing right here, my favorite thing about this is that Hitch and Timber logo underneath on the inside of the leather. It's just super nice. So this thing is thin. It's very rugged. It's built like a tank. I love this wallet. So that's the Trucker's Hitch. And Hitch and Timber, Popov Leather, Docile Phantom Air, those are 3 of the best leather makers out there. I support all of them. They make fantastic stuff. I'm not carrying anything from Popov right now, but there is a new leather maker, at least new to me, on the scene, and that is Tale of Knives over on Instagram, or their Etsy store is Tale of Stitches, and he makes this right here. I never thought I'd like this. I never thought that I would go for something that would put a knife and a flashlight on my belt, but this has changed me. It changed me almost instantly. It came in the mail yesterday. At the time you're watching this, 2 days. I've been carrying this on my belt for 2 days, and I love it. It is a belt loop EDC organizer from Tale of Knives or Tale of Stitches, and this is the XL version, so this fits the paramilitary too. It also comes in a standard or a small version. The small would fit something like a Benchmade proper, and the standard would fit something like the Benchmade 940. So I do have a paramilitary 2 in here, and let's go ahead and talk about the PM2. So I bought this thing maybe about a month ago now, carried it for a few days. I decided I needed these copper scales on it, got them. They're from Flytanium, and yeah, fantastic knife, and it better be, because the knife itself is about $114 on Amazon, and the Flytanium scales are another $65. So we're already up to like $180 for this knife, and then I decided, let's get this thing customized. So EDC Alabama, the same person who customized the TPT, customized this. He sandblasted the Flytanium scales. It made them a matte finish and much darker than they normally would be. They feel much better than they did before. And he also acid washed the blade and put my logo on both sides. Man, this thing looks great. It looks so neat. And this is the acid washed blade with acid washed hardware. It's just, it took this knife from like, when I first got it with the G10 scales, I would say it was like a 4. I was like, okay, it's a good knife. Not really digging the G10. Then I got the Flytanium scales. That took it up to like an 8 or a 9. It was really sick with that. This is like 11 or 12. It's just, it's over the top. It's so sick. I love it. And then I have a combat bead. This is the urban bead from Combat Beads on the back end of the knife. This was sent to me from Brassworks, John Smith. He sent this just as a thank you, I guess. I don't know, but he sent that, and this knife is now over the top. If you want anything customized, any of your knives or tools customized, hit up EDC Alabama on Instagram. Tell him I sent you, but he also does other stuff. He sent this. This came in the mail today. I purchased this, the CRKT Pilar. I had it sent directly to him, and he copper washed the blade, and he also put my logo on the handle of this, which this one turned out perfect. The logo on this turned out absolutely perfect. The last thing here on the table is my flashlight of choice, the S2R2 Baton. And this was released recently. The reason I'm carrying it is because it fits perfectly in this belt loop pouch. However, I've been switching back and forth between the S2R2 and the S1R2 because I got this in titanium, and you know me, I love titanium. This is sick. This is the summer version. It comes out tomorrow on Friday, Black Friday, and they are on sale. Like I said, I did an Olight video just yesterday, and you can see all of these side by side compared with all the specs and everything. But they are going to be on sale tomorrow. So if you're interested in any of these, use the links down below and purchase an Olight flashlight. But the S1R2 Baton fits perfectly in this pouch as well. And because it is open on the flashlight side, you can, if you have this on your hip, you can actually just push up from the bottom to get the light out. If it's a little difficult to get out for you, you can just push up from the bottom. So I switch back and forth between these. It's hard for me to choose between the S1R and the S2R, but if I'm carrying it on a belt, it's probably gonna be the S2R just because it's got that additional runtime, slightly brighter, and it's just makes sense. If it's on my belt, I'm not gonna worry about it just being twice as long, you know. But if I'm carrying it in my pocket, it's gonna be the S1R for sure, because it's just a better headlamp too. So there you have it. This is my current everyday carry. I've kind of pared this down to the stuff that I absolutely love. I went through some work to get this knife customized, get the knife that I wanted customized, and I've done a lot to pare down and pick the things that I absolutely love. So this is, I imagine, my everyday carry for the foreseeable future. But of course, if something new comes, I'll be swapping it out. Like this came in the mail just a few minutes ago. You guys have been watching this be teased over on Instagram by Rovivon. This is their new flashlight, the new 2000 lumens. Pretty bright. There you go. That is my everyday carry. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to purchase any of this stuff, it'll all be linked down below. And of course, if you want to support the channel, use those links, but also go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc. Also, if you're new to this channel and you enjoy everyday carry, be sure to subscribe. I upload videos all the time, and usually on Thursdays, I upload a community video, the EDC Weekly, where I showcase the best EDCs every single week. And I have many other videos throughout the week. So also hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos, and be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at BESTDAMNEDC. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And until next time, carry on.